pressure. I don't really care about pressure, to be honest. Bring it on.
Yeah.
I just want to, I've been boxing for a long time and I just want to be involved in a big fight.
I think so. Yeah. I can recognize the gaps and areas that need work. That comes from taking time to analyze, reflect, and understand my own skill set and where I can improve.
It's a dangerous fight, but it's a great fight for the fans. And it shows you, again, Joseph will step in with anybody.
Joseph Parker fired back at Fabio Wardley during their face-off, and you could feel the energy change. This isn't the quiet Parker we've seen before. He stood toe-to-toe with Wardley, stared him down, and said bluntly, "I can put you to sleep." That's exactly what he intends to do.
Things to undermine, belittle, embarrass, or aggravate your opponent. He's not an idiot. He looks...
Fabio does his best to stay composed, but his response makes it obvious. The pressure got to him. He speaks like a man who's never been tested, but his words sound more like reassurance than true belief. Parker doesn't react at all. His calm silence says everything. In this face-off, it's clear Fabio isn't just trying to prove something to the crowd. He's trying to convince himself he can actually win.
Back in the past, that guy was, the Joseph Parker then boxed and trained, but then took all the boxing in terms of preparation.
Parker isn't just looking back. He's delivering a straight-up warning to Fabio. He makes it clear the old version of him is gone, and this new fighter is built to do real damage. It reads like a vow. He's not showing up to trade rounds. He's coming to stop you cold and end the talk.
He looks happy, he looks fit, he looks sharp, he looks fast, and the truth is we're going to get the very best Joseph Parker.
Even Eddie Hearn conceded that this iteration of Parker looks dangerous, and he wasn't building hype, he was sounding an alarm. This is the same Joseph Parker who locked eyes with Fabio and openly vowed to put him out. There's a smile, but it hides a threat. A smiling Parker is a worse sign. Calm, utterly confident, and ready to inflict real damage.
Implement ways of beating them. Punches that will work, combinations that will work, movements that will work. And then you focus on improving your fighter as well, making him the best he can be. And as long as, as long as Joe is firing on all cylinders, I think he'll have enough to beat Wardley, even though...
Andy Lee isn't holding anything back. After that fiery face-off, he made it clear this fight is personal for Parker. They've dissected Fabio's style, crafted a plan to break him down, and Parker isn't stepping into trade jabs. He's stepping in to humble him in front of the entire world.
Natural progression, because when Joe as Joe's improved, his confidence has grown. And yeah, he wants to be more aggressive. He doesn't want to have to run and back up from anybody. He wants to be the big puncher. He wants, as I said to him.
Andy Lee is simply confirming what everyone witnessed in that face-off. Parker has finished playing the nice guy. His confidence has shifted from calm to dangerous. He's not looking to edge out a decision. He's looking to hurt Fabio. This isn't about mutual respect anymore. It's about a fighter ready to crush another man's will.
From the horse's mouth. It's going to be a shootout. As soon as that bell goes in the first round, then get down on it. They're going to be throwing bombs and somebody will go. It's going to be a great fight.
Frank Warren isn't promoting this fight. He's warning Fabio. He knows Parker has no intention of playing it safe. He's coming to stand toe-to-toe and cause damage. After that intense face-off, all sense of respect is gone. This isn't just another boxing match anymore. It's a war ready to erupt from the very first bell.
Gone behind in certain areas of his technique, which was proven in his last fight against, was it Hooney?
Justice Hooney.
Justice Hooney, right? Because he was exposed.
He was.
For his boxing skill.
Yeah.
But despite all the buildup, some analysts still doubt Fabio's true skill level. Duke McKenzie didn't hold back, pointing out the flaws in his game. Fabio talked a big fight, but when faced with sharp, focused Joseph Parker, those weaknesses could cost him badly. In boxing, mistakes like his don't just get noticed, they get punished. And after that fiery face-off, Parker looks more than ready to remind everyone that his knockout power is still very real.
This fight, because they're going to be stuck with this guy thinking now all of a sudden there's a proper banana skin thrown in this, and we can't control what's going.
Johnny Nelson is voicing what many in the boxing world are too hesitant to say out loud. Fabio Wardley isn't the real problem here. Joseph Parker is. Promoters, analysts, even opposing camps know this matchup is dangerous because Parker isn't a controllable, safe opponent. He's unpredictable, battle-tested, and now mentally locked in to destroy, not just compete. He already showed that in the face-off. No smiles, no jokes, just cold, quiet confidence. That's why people call him the banana skin, the silent threat who derails plans and exposes hype. Fabio might be the newer name, but Parker is a nightmare every contender wants to avoid. And when Johnny says they can't control this fight, his message is clear. If Parker shows up angry, he's ending on his own terms.
He's given me motivation to train every day because he's here as well. So a training partner is a vital thing for me. Yeah. Without a training partner, things become difficult. Oh, you know how hard I like to train? So to come in here and train on my own like that, I can, and I do. Yeah. But it's easier if Joe's here, you know? Yeah. So, yeah, friendship and the brotherhood and the training partner is probably the most important things anyone can ever have. Mm-hmm. And I feel like I can trust Joe with anything, to be fair. Maybe.
When a heavyweight King Tyson Fury says someone's getting smashed, you know it's not just talk. He trains alongside Joseph Parker every single day, sees the hunger, precision, and that cold, controlled aggression up close. So when Fury says Fabio Wardley doesn't stand a chance, it carries weight. That face-off wasn't for show. Parker's in terrifying shape. And Tyson isn't hyping up a friend. He's sounding the alarm. He's basically telling Fabio, you're not walking into a boxing match. You're stepping into a firing squad. When Fury said he's 100% sure, it didn't sound like an opinion. It sounded like a warning. Because if Parker's pushing the Gypsy King to his limits in training, imagine what he's about to do to Fabio Wardley.
Parker has got wonderful skills, and under Andy Lee, he's really rejuvenated, and I think he's one of the best heavyweights in the world, period now, former world champion, of course. I think he's better than he once was, so that's a problem for Wardley, but Wardley brings that power in, and remember, Joe Joyce knocked Joe Parker out. Others have had him in trouble.
Adam Smith stays respectful, but delivers a blunt verdict. This is the finest version of Joseph Parker we've seen, with Andy Lee in his corner. Parker's become sharper, quicker, and far more ruthless, and that spells trouble for Fabio Wardley. People like to bring up Parker's loss to Joe Joyce, but that was a different fighter. Quieter, less sure of himself, too polite for the moment. Now he's answering back, locking eyes with challengers, promising knockouts and backing those words with action. Fabio may pack power, but Parker brings timing, ring craft, and a point to prove. This isn't a Parker who's trying to survive rounds. It's a Parker who's come and take control and enjoy it.
He's just unbelievable great. Yeah, you can forget good, he's amazing. Yeah, he's great, he's amazing. He's like the white Muhammad Ali.
And then Derek Chisora jumps in true Chisora fashion, taking things to another level. Only he could say something this bold and still make it sound perfectly reasonable. He calls Joseph Parker the white Muhammad Ali, not for his mouth, but for his rhythm, timing, and how effortlessly he flows when he's switched on. Chisora's been in the ring with everyone, traded blows with giants, and yet he says, you don't fight Parker, you survive him. That's serious praise coming from one of the toughest men in boxing. His warning to Fabio is crystal clear. This isn't someone you jab and move around. Parker adjusts, traps, and punishes. He might not talk like Ali, but once the bell rings, he moves, thinks, and destroys. A smooth killer in motion, not a hype job.
But it was the manner of defeat. He tried so hard.
I remember thinking, that's it. Like, it's not really there. And that's why you should be careful to write off fighters. Because I wrote them off. I never, in a million years, would have said to you that Joseph Parker, in 3 more years, would be the world number 2. Like, without a doubt, I think everyone says he's number 2, maybe Caballero, but it's close.
Tony Bellew might have said it in a calm voice, but the meaning behind his words couldn't be clearer. Fabio Wardley can punch, no doubt, but Joseph Parker knows how to break a fighter mentally, especially after what we saw in that face-off. Experience is Parker's biggest weapon, and he's bringing years of it into this fight. He's shared the ring with Anthony Joshua, Dillian White, Joe Joyce, Shilei Zhang, and even Tyson Fury in countless sparring sessions. Fabio has never faced someone who stays completely composed while calculating how to knock you out. Bellew gives Fabio credit for his power, but he reminds everyone, power means nothing when a technician like Parker takes away your rhythm, crushes your confidence, and walks you down with that cold, emotionless stare. Parker isn't stepping in to play it safe or score points. He's coming to dominate. The way he stared through Fabio in that face-off. No smile, no hesitation. It was pure intent. And when a fighter with that kind of timing, experience, and mean streak decides to turn ruthless, that's the most dangerous version you can ever face.
We will bring the fire. The winner will keep their world title dreams alive. And the loser, well, their world title dreams, for now at least, they will turn to ashes.
Frank Warren doesn't throw his praise around unless it's deserved. And the way he's backing Joseph Parker tells you everything you need to know. He describes Parker as composed, focused, and in peak condition both mentally and physically. That's key, because a calm Parker is dangerous, but a confident Parker is deadly. Just watch that face-off. Parker didn't shout, didn't act tough. He stood inches from Fabio Wardley, looked him straight in the eye, and spoke like someone who already knows how the story ends. He's got momentum, belief, and nothing holding him back. Only everything to gain. Fabio's about to face the most dangerous version of Joseph Parker yet. Experienced, emotionally controlled, and aggressive with purpose, not panic. Frank Warren has seen it all in boxing. He can spot when a fighter has truly hit their stride, and that's exactly what he sees in Parker. This isn't about who's stronger or louder in front of cameras. It's about a fighter who's been through defeat, rebuilt himself, and now wants to crush the next hype train in his path. Frank's message couldn't be clearer. Joseph Parker isn't showing up to participate. He's showing up to dominate and finish the job.
It is a good fight.
Parker Wardley, I'm actually looking forward to that. I think Parker does it with the experience and the skills and
I think he overcomes, but I think it's too big of a
Wardley punches hard. Wardley punches hard enough to make it a fight and then drag him into something and make it like so special.
Carl Froch never minces his words, and this time he's keeping it brutally honest. Fabio Wardley might be strong, but he hasn't endured the kind of battles Joseph Parker has. Froch highlights the gap between hype and legacy. Sure, Fabio has heart, but Parker carries the scars of true wars. Wars against Anthony Joshua, Dillian White, Joe Joyce, and Deontay Wilder. He's faced men capable of ending careers with one clean shot, yet he's still standing. That's a different level of fighter. Froch's warning couldn't be clearer. This isn't about who hit harder. It's about who survives longer. And that face-off said it all. Parker didn't blink, didn't flinch, didn't need to talk loud. He studied Fabio quietly, like a hunter sizing up his target. Fighters like that don't waste punches. They wait for the exact moment to strike and make it count. Froch knows the game inside out, and he sees what's coming. Fabio's walking into deep waters, where experience swallows bravery whole. If Parker brings that same icy composure he showed against Wilder, this fight might not go the full distance.
I spent 2-3 times in the Tyson Fury gym.
Yeah, is there anything anything happened there? You know, we know you like sparring.
He knows, yeah.
Yeah.
If you see a jump, even I'm not 100% in the good, so I know where to touch.
Martin Bacol isn't known for big talk, but when he speaks about Joseph Parker, there's a weight behind his words. He's shared rounds with Parker inside Tyson Fury's camp, where sparring is brutal, real, and pride is always on the line. But Cole admits that even on his off days, he can usually find openings against anyone except Parker. That quiet confession, "I know where to touch, but not with him," says everything about Parker's skill in sparring. Parker doesn't rush or brawl recklessly. He studies, predicts, and makes opponents doubt themselves before they even throw. That same calm control showed up in the face-off with Fabio Wardley. Parker didn't need to raise his voice. His silence did the talking. Confidence like his comes from surviving real gym wars, not chasing attention for cameras. But Cole has felt Parker's precision firsthand. The way he times you mid-motion and makes every mistake cost you. Fabio's never faced that level of punishment before. And the most dangerous part? Parker's even sharper now than he was during those fierce Fury training sessions.